Oh my gosh. Am I fine live? Oh gosh, I totally screwed up. I don't know what in God's name I did. Whew. I am hitting every button that, anyway. I feel like Mary. Deep breaths. Thank you for waiting, and thank you for being so patient. And, I set it for a timer, and then I didn't know how to unset it. But I'm here, and you're here. And happy Friday evening, and thank you for being here. I so appreciate your patience as I fumbled through all of this. And hi, Shelley, and hi, Aunt Beck, and Janice, and Violet, and Ruth, and Aunt Loopy, Mary Lou, and Journey, and Able to Rejoice, and everybody that's here. So thank you so much, Deb, and thank you again for waiting for me. I don't know what I did wrong, but I still don't know what I'm doing, and but I muddle through. Hi, Candy, how are you? And Malia, and your lovely daughters, and Jane, and Norma, and everyone else that's come in. I appreciate this so much. So I'm going to make some ornaments for a tree, and they're not super difficult. But when I moved from my other house to this smaller house, I gave away everything, and I have nothing. And then this year, my son and grandsons are coming for Christmas and arriving on the 22nd. So now I am going to make ornaments as best I can. So the first ornament I'm going to make is the classic popsicle sticks, but I'm going to do a little bit of a twist. So I'm going to glue these sticks together real quickly. I have my glue gun here, and I will try not to burn myself. I'm just going to tell people, if you're in the market for a glue gun, do not buy a Gorilla glue gun. They absolutely are awful. It's just saying, my honest opinion, and they just are not good. So anyway, I'm just going to quickly glue here. I mean, the glue is good, but the gun itself is just a fright. And I worked with an English teacher who was just this lovely woman and wouldn't say it if she had, I won't go there, but anyway. But when things were difficult, or she thought people were difficult, she would just say, "Oh, such a fright." This woman had just so much class. And her first name was Anne. Without an E. So, but anyway, wonderful person, great mentor, phenomenal English teacher. So how is everybody tonight? I was studying to be a principal. Like, you know what you're doing. Yeah, that's true. The other thing I learned as a teacher is when you were in a parent conference and parents would come in and they were loaded, they were very angry with you. I would put on I'd have that glazed look on my face and just let all of that anger just kind of wash over me, because, they had a concern. This was their kids. And you just the best tool you could do was just to listen. And occasionally I would get in a little bit of trouble. As you can imagine, my sarcasm would get me in a little bit of trouble. And I would just kind of listen and apologize, and everyone was happy. So I'm just gluing these sticks together. This is about as exciting as watching paint dry, but I just want you to well, I'm sure you all can do this. This is just, I should have done this beforehand. But, you know, when you do these streams, you always end up, at least I always end up with about 10 minutes to spare. So I figured I would, because now it's glued to the mat. Of course it is. I'll get out my scalpel. I'm checking. My only moderator is Jersey, and I'm assuming everyone will behave themselves. And oh my gosh, what did I do here? Oh Lordy. Okay. Guys, I am so sorry. And it's not advancing. And anyway. Yeah, I would love to, Aunt Beck, but I know I have to do something. Do I have to go out and then come back in? And let's see. Janice, what are you saying? Put a couple of sticks under your raft. Ah, thank you. Ha! See? I need sticks under my raft anyway. My raft. Oh, Lordy. I'm so sorry, folks. Oh, there we go. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. Yes, that's a perfect idea. All right, this is the last one. And then I just wanted to show you real quick how I modify these sticks. And I want to get my, all right. Okay, good enough. All right, so here's this. And then I am going to use sticks to support this. And you can just take a pair of scissors. Okay. I'm watching. Okay. At least it's not a bottle of fabric tack. Like, oh my gosh. Yes. Fabric tack is great. But, okay, you can just cut this like a pair of scissors, like so. And take some sandpaper. And kind of go like so. So you can adjust these sticks any way, any size, any shape you want. And this will go in the back as a support, but I'm not going to bore you with that right now. So what I was going to do, and what I plan to do, is you can take any stamp. Oops, you can't see what I'm doing. You can take any stamp that you have and stamp it on tissue paper. And then this is a Tim Holtz, obviously Nutcracker dude. And I did it on yellow tracing paper, which I love. And Kathy Berg is the one that turned me on to this yellow tracing paper. So I'm going to color this in real quickly with my handy dandy Inktense pencils that I love. And then when I glue this on, I'm going to use glossy Mod Podge because it kind of gives it like a shellacky finish, and it looks, I kind of like it. So I'm just going to do this like so. And we need some red. There he is, Dave Lahr. Thanks, son. Everyone say hi to my son, Dave. He said he was going to pop in. So, hi, Dave. And thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. Many, 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 many years ago, I was involved in something called 3D Game Lab that I use with my students. And I volunteered to do a presentation, and it was I think it was a live presentation. And Dave was there for me. He was the first one in the presentation, and he was my moral support. And I was just thinking about this when we were talking earlier today, and I said that I would be going live, and then he asked to join us. And so, Roy, you've got some company. I'm going real fast here, but you get the idea. But when when you add a little water to this, I really like Inktense. So I'm just gonna, I need to move up here a little bit. It's like magic. And I don't have, it's okay. My pants will work, huh? I guess Laura there was an accident near her home that knocked out everything. So this is it. So let me just give this a whack with my heat gun. And but the point is, you can take any stamp that you have and put it on a piece of deli paper or tracing paper, and then you can Mod Podge it on some popsicle sticks, and then voila, you have an ornament. I actually made a nutcracker out of popsicle sticks, and well, very crude, very, very crude. And I will share that with you in a minute. Okay. Whew. Got that. All right, let me hang that up. All righty. So this is going to Mod Podge on here after I glue this back on again. Oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed. No, not me. I don't know. Let's see. It's hard not for me to brag about my son, but we all have children that are wonderful, and that's what the great thing is about having kids. They continuously amaze me and surprise me, and it's always, good stuff. And, we all do our best as parents, and then they're on their own. All right. I'm not going to push my luck on this, but now I'm going to Mod Podge this down. And I actually have the Mod Podge here. I am trying to be somewhat organized, and I'm just gonna, again, I'm using the gloss because it kind of gives it a varnished kind of look. And I'm just hoping to, it'll just hang in here. And if it doesn't work, I can actually, am I in camera? No, I'm not. Well, why don't I do this? Duh. Okay. Now it's a little bumpy, and normally I would have just taken those little bumps of the nodules of glue and cut them off, but I just wanted you to see kind of this process where, again, you can take anything, any stamp, and turn it into a quick little wooden ornament. And I will show you a finished product, not this disaster here, but I will show you. I'll do a quick swap out. Ta-da! So that's the swap out. So that's what it looks like when it is. My 3-year-old was just released from his high chair. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember those days, right? Food everywhere. So this is the finished product. So this is in the makings. This is what it looks like. And I have a hook. So it's ready to hang on the tree. So that's one wooden ornament. And I'm going to gingerly move this out of the way. But wait, there's more. The Dollar Tree Jenga blocks. They are a gold mine, absolute gold mine for crafters. And for $1, you get like 36 wooden blocks. And I painted these with an alcohol pen. So I'm going to glue these together, maybe. And this is going to be a gift box. And again, and you can wrap this in ribbon. Obviously, I don't have any ribbon, but I have paper that I'm going to pretend is ribbon. Okay. I mean, all of the stuff that I have, I don't have any Christmas ribbon. I mean, how ridiculous is that? I'm kind of put myself on a craft buying moratorium. I'm sure many of us have done that before. All right, so now I'm going to pretend this is the ribbon, and I'm just going to wrap this around like so. And then you end up with a nice little present. Now I bought these little eye hooks to use to hang on the tree, and they are so ridiculously little. Again, paying attention to the details, right? When you buy something, buyer beware. Or stupid buyer, really be aware. They are minuscule, but I will show you how. So now I have to go out and buy. We good? Can you see what I'm, okay. So this is this way, right? And then this way. And now you have a nice little gift that you can put on the tree. Now, when my grandsons get here, we're also going to make paper chains, and we're going to string popcorn. At least that's the plan. I went out and bought an artificial tree. So we're going to do the best we can. They are driving from Salt Lake City. And so there you have a little package that you can hang on the tree. And there's more. Are you up for more? I don't know how. Oh, I got plenty of time. See, that's it. Now, I wanted to, this is going to be like a little tiny shadow box, but I want to show you what you can do to dye this. And I learned this from another crafter known as the Bohemian Crafter, Ava. And shoe polish is a great dye. It's an amazing, and she uses it to age paper, to actually age acetate, acetate. But this kind of gives you a nice wood stain, right? And this is just good old shoe polish. And you know what? It actually smells good too. But it really gives you a nice stain finish. And it stains your fingers too. So if you're looking for that stained finger look, there it is right there. It does come out with a wee bit of scrubbing and lava soap. Lava soap is great for art messes in your hands. And it dries. I mean, this kind of dries almost as soon as it goes on. So that's kind of a quick, you don't have to sit around and wait for it to dry. And give it a little dab here and a little dab there and a little dab there. And this is going to be a wee little shadow box. And, you know, it even actually brings out the grain in these little blocks. They smell like wood. They are wood. I mean, and I love them. And you get, well, I think 36 of them. When I was teaching American military history, we used these blocks and we painted them, you know, blue and red. And I had students reenact Revolutionary War battles and using these blocks. If you've ever looked at a military map, you know, the troops are usually represented in blocks. So we kind of they had to research battles, and then they had to draw the maps, and then they had to video and narrate the battles using these blocks. I'm kind of going really fast here. I don't know why. Anyway. So, voila. Now, I'm going to glue these together, and I'm going to make our little shadow box. And it's going to be obviously a box. Duh. All right. So, just give me a second here while I attempt to glue. I'm going to stick one here. Now this glue does, I mean, when it grabs, I mean, it doesn't give you much of wiggle room. So in the middle of my little shadow box is a wee little tree. And I realized that it's best to put the tree in first before you finish the rest of it. So I'm going to put down this wee little, I think, what do they call that? Frocked? You think that's a frock when it's frocked? Anyway, it's a frocked tree. Because sometimes putting up a Christmas tree, you have another F word for it. Haha. But the frocking tree. How many of you had that experience when you're putting lights on a tree, or you've bought a pre-lit tree and half the pre-lit lights have gone out and you find yourself stringing other lights? Anybody been there and done that? I know I have. And then it becomes the flocking. Oh, it's flock? Okay, flocked. All right. Sorry, I've had other words for as you're going fa la 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 la. Okay, there. All right. And then we're going to put this here, obviously. But it gives you a nice wood motif. And then we put the top on. And there's a nice little backing. The backing is a Tim Holtz die cut of trees. Okay. And put that on. I used to love to build blocks, play with blocks. And I'm still playing with Legos. They now make Legos. They actually have full page ads for Legos for adults. Nothing is better than traditional cussing commences. Thank you, Janice. Yes. See, we've all been there. Yes. My father was very smart. He just didn't get involved. My poor grandfather would be the one that would put the lights on. And my father would not be involved at all. And this is when they had, remember the old-fashioned, they were like the old-fashioned lights that were gigunda. And now they're bringing them back. They're like retro lights. Okay. This goes here, and it's popping out a little bit, but we will squish it down and make it work. I guess the tree should have been a wee bit to the front, but we'll make it work because it's just, we're going to make it work. This is part of the die cut that I have from Timmy. If you didn't get glue all over it, it wouldn't look that bad from the back. But this is, let's see. Let me see what this looks like. Can you see, kind of? You got a little shadow boxy going with the trees in the background. Yeah. Now you get the wood thing, and I could probably put a little dab of glue there to bring that down. Of course, you have to have the spider webs, right? With the but you get the gist. I didn't get that on. But you have a little shadow box here. And I like the way that when you stain the wood, it kind of looks cool. And you put a little hook here, and you're ready to hang it. Oh, we have time for one more, maybe? I know. We can do this one. I bought some of those wooden discs. And I'm going to just glue. Time's up. All right. All righty. Well, thank you. Get rid of your heat gun. Oh, okay. We'll get rid of the glue stain. All righty. Who goes next? Crafting Mamas, right? I think. And I guess below in my description are all the links to everybody. So Yes, I have clothespins, yes. And just didn't get, I have some clothespins, and you can make all sorts of things with those also. So here's my little poor nutcracker that I just made out of popsicle sticks. And you can actually print directly on these too, on these wood discs. This, you can print directly on those also as an ornament. So thank you folks for spending some time with me, and have a wonderful evening. And thanks, Dave, for coming along with me. I appreciate you being here, and have a good evening. So good night, all. Take care.